What's up guys, this video we're going to show you how to flirt when you're on a date with a cute girl. We're going to do this by showing you a real life demonstration of me flirting with a girl, making her laugh and seducing the fuck out of her so you guys know what to do next time you're on a date with a girl yourself. Alright, so this was taken from one of my speed dating streams. As you guys know, I've been doing a lot of these, and the basic premise is I bring on a few girls, and I let guys from the audience come on the stream. They take their best shot with a girl, right, and then we evaluate their performance, and the girl decides if she would go on a second date with them or not, and I give them feedback on the things they can improve, right? And this was a really big one because we had Destiny on. It was good. It was pretty cool to see him, shoot a shot with a girl. But everyone up until this point, this was about an hour in, had kind of failed with a girl, so I wanted to demonstrate how it's done. This is what you're about to see right now. Hola, chica bonita.
Hi.
So I got some good news. I'm 32 years old, so I'm actually older than you. So we're gonna have to worry about that.
Okay.
So this was referencing something she said earlier. She said she doesn't like younger guys. She prefers guys older than her. So I was just referencing that.
Great.
I know. So let me ask you this question. No one's asked you this. What kind of guys do you generally go for?
Okay.
Now, this is a really good question to ask a girl. A lot of guys say, oh, what do you do for work? What do you do for fun? These are all boring questions that everyone else asks her. What kind of guys do you go for is a much more interesting question. So I would recommend that you ask something like that instead of asking the cliche interview question.
I like older guys, like mature guys.
Like 55, 60 years old, or how old? So here I'm just teasing her, right? So a big part of my game, my flirting is just teasing the girl. She said older guys, so I'm playfully exaggerating, right? Obviously, I know she means guys in her 30s, playfully exaggerating, being like, oh, guys in their 60s, 70s, right? Just a good way of teasing the girl and having some fun with her. You're like grandpa? I can introduce you to my grandpa.
No, that's too old.
Okay. My dad, or?
No, not your dad.
Okay, just me. Okay.
Yeah, just you. Like you, actually.
Just like me, right? This is like pretty cleverly done, right? Because I basically got her to say, yeah, a guy like you, right? So basically I'm planting the seed that, I'm the kind of guy that she wants to go for again. I did this with humor. Like a handsome gringo with blue eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, as a podcast? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you like mature guys. What else?
I like gentleman guys, that have details, that respect you, that are romantic. I like the old school guys.
Is that your translator backstage?
Yeah, actually, I have a friend.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see your friend. Tell her, get on the camera.
I told her she doesn't want to.
Oh, she's
and she's from Colombia.
Chica Tanita. Oh, Colombiana. Okay. Usually Colombian girls are pretty outgoing.
No,
papi. Yeah. So this is like a little joke, right? Like, Colombia girls say papi, right? So again, I'm playfully teasing her. A really big part, I would say 90% of my game is just literally asking interesting questions and then teasing the girl, riffing off that, having really good banter, and then just slowly moving it into a sexual direction. I would say that's like basically the vast majority of my game. No. All right, so you like
helping me, actually.
Okay, well that's good. So you like guys who are mature, who respect you. Okay, but what else? I feel like you're leaving out the good stuff. That's very basic.
I don't know why.
Let's get to the deep stuff.
Well, I'm not.
And this is another interesting thing. So usually when you watch, like if you watch all the other speed dates before this, the girl was like kind of like the buyer, right? She was the one asking the guys the questions, the guys who were qualifying themselves to her, right? I flipped that frame right from the beginning. No, I'm the one that's kind of like basically seeing if she's a good fit for me, right? I try to flip the frame, and that's something you should do. You should try to be the buyer, not have the girl be the buyer.
Too complicated. It's like
you're a simple girl.
La más loca. No?
I understood that. I speak a little Spanish. Have you ever been?
Really?
Yeah.
Like
Mi gringo español es muy fuerte.
Really?
Mejor.
Yeah. I've traveled to Colombia a little bit, so I speak some Spanish.
Ay, Colombia es lo máximo.
Of course, your game shouldn't be just purely jokes nonstop, right? Because then the girl doesn't take you seriously, right? So you can see that while I am teasing her a lot, I'm cracking a lot of jokes, I'm also, having a conversation with her, right? I'm telling her things about myself, I'm asking her questions, right? And you want that nice combination where it's like you're telling her things about you, you're asking her questions, right? Makes it seem like you're interested in her, you're teasing the girl, you're having fun, you're laughing, you're also maybe making logistical plans, right? Like you want a nice combination of that when you talk to girls.
Chica, despacito, gringo español. Despacito, por favor.
Colombia es lo máximo.
Lo máximo. I don't know what lo máximo means.
Colombia is the best.
Oh, Colombia is the best? Yeah? But wait, right now you're in Peru. How are you going to say that in front of Rosario?
No, in Bolivia.
Oh, Bolivia. That's right. I keep forgetting. Same thing, though. How are you going to say that in front of her? You're in Bolivia right now. You're insulting her home country.
But I also love my country.
Yeah. Are you guys going to have like a pillow fight after this?
See, I'm moving things into a slightly more sexual direction. I could tell based on what I've seen earlier, this girl's a little bit more on the conservative side. So I'm not being as sexual with her as I was with some of the other, speed dates I've had, right? But I'm moving things in that direction. I'm doing it very slowly. Oh, you guys going to have a pillow fight after this, right? You can see that I'm going from 0% to maybe 2% or 5%.
So I have a question. Have you ever been with a Russian guy?
Russian.
Russo. No, you're thinking.
Once I date a Russian guy.
Yeah.
And it was good, actually. He was a good person.
You don't sound convinced. You're like, he was good.
This is another thing I do. I try to be very, very observant, right? When I'm talking to a girl, I try to make sure I'm focused on everything, right? And I could tell by the way she said that. She's like, he was a good person. Like, yeah, it wasn't the best experience. So I just picked up on that and basically playfully said that.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just like 2 or 3 dates because he was just here for vacation time. So yeah, I didn't know him like good, but he was good on dates.
He was good? What did he do? Did he make you some borscht or?
Just context, borscht is like a popular Russian soup.
No, but
He was a good Russian?
No, but he was like.
All right, so
I don't know how to explain. Here I had like really bad experiences with dates. Like, so when I have a good date, it's a really good thing for me.
Okay, so when I come to Bolivia, not Peru, we're gonna have to go on 4 dates. So
Now see what I'm doing here is I'm doing like a little future projection, right? Like obviously I'm not actually gonna come to Bolivia, but I'm like, when I come to Bolivia, when we hang out, this is what's gonna happen, right? I'm using the we frame. I'm like, hey, you and we're gonna do something together. It's not me, it's not you, it's both of us together. So that's something that's a really good thing that you could add to your flirting arsenal, is just using the we frame.
there we go. You went on 3 dates with the other Russian. We're gonna go on 4 dates with me.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe 5. I don't know.
I dare you.
You dare me? You dare me to come to Bolivia and seduce you?
To Colombia. To Bolivia.
Yeah, I'll go to Colombia first. I'll hang out with your friend for a little bit, and then I'll come down to Bolivia. I'll hang out with you. And then I'm going to decide which one of you guys I like more. I'll make the decision.
Again, I'm always just subtly positioning myself as the buyer, right? I'm also kind of riffing off the fact that her friend is there. A lot of guys make the mistake if the friend is there, they ignore the friend. And eventually the friend starts cock blocking, right? But you want to engage the friend. Now, at some point, you do want to focus on the girl you're interested in, right? But, if the friend is right there, like standing right there, you do want to kind of get her in on the fun. And you kind of leverage the fact that you're talking to both girls, almost like they're competing over you.
No.
Colombia is best.
Oh shit. Okay. I don't know. Okay.
That's
not true.
She seems very confident.
Civilian.
But I have no idea what she looks like, so I don't know. Maybe she's like a chica gordita. I don't know.
Chica gordita means she's like a fat girl, right? It's like a playful way of saying that. So this is also a big part of my game's push and pull, right? Like, I'll tease the girl a little bit, make some fun of her, but then I'll come back and, just give her a compliment, something like that. So you don't want to be just constantly pushing, but you don't want to be pulling either. Good game should be a combination of those two things.
What?
No kidding.
Please repeat that.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure you're a hot Colombian girl.
Yes,
Yes, she is.
I can tell by the voice. You got the hot girl voice.
Next time, I enjoy with
She
my
can
friend.
join you.
Oh, so it'll be me, you, and your friend, like 3 of us. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, here I'm making a little bit of a threesome reference, right? Again, I'm being very subtle with it, right? Because I can tell Rosario is more conservative, right? But I'm just kind of playing with that, right? Again, I'm just moving things slowly forward.
would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be fun too. The 3 of us doing God knows what, God knows
Sure.
where. Yeah,
Why
Yeah.
not?
I like the sound of that. What country are we going to do this in? Are we going to do this in America, Colombia, or Bolivia?
Or though, when you're escalating and you're dealing with more conservative girls, to use innuendos, not be too direct. I'm like, oh, so the 3 of us are gonna have a threesome, right? That would have been too much, too fast. The girls would have been like, whoa, right? So it's important to be a little bit more subtle.
No, you have to take us to Miami.
Oh, I have
Yes.
to take you to Miami. Okay.
Yes,
Maybe-
if you want to date with both of us, you have to take us to Miami.
What if I take you to Russia?
Why? Why to Russia?
We can hang out with my daddy Putin.
Oh, is it also? Are you Russian?
Yeah. So
Now everything makes sense.
that's why I asked you. Have you ever been with a Russian guy?
Ah.
Oh, you thought I was just asking you randomly, like, oh, have you ever been with a Chinese guy? Have you ever been with a Japanese guy?
No, that no.
Sí, con razón tiene cara de
I was curious. I was
But I
curious.
never kissed a Russian.
You've never kissed? Oh, so you went on 3 dates and you didn't kiss? Oh my God. Okay, so it didn't go that well then. Okay.
What?
So the dates didn't go that well then. If you didn't kiss.
Oh, but you don't kiss on the first date or second. No,
Or third.
I've never kissed a girl my whole life.
You do?
I've never kissed a girl. No, I don't know what kissing is.
Another common thing I do is I play, like, obviously you can tell by my attitude, the way I carry myself. I'm kind of a fuck boy, right? I'm a guy that gets laid a lot, but I always do this. I kind of play dumb, like, oh, I've never done that. I'm a virgin, right? And the girl knows that it's not really, that's not really the case. She knows I'm being sarcastic, and that creates like a fun little dynamic, right? So I think one of the most cringy things that guys can do is just like get very logical, be like, oh, I always make out with girls on the first date, or, I've had sex with this many girls, like, trying to logically justify yourself. I think it's much better to be playful and almost take the opposite approach and just pretend like, you're like this innocent guy, and the girl is the one that's seducing you. I always like to play that into that frame.
Sí, ¿cómo no?
Soy virgin. Yeah.
Sí, claro.
Yeah. I've never kissed a girl. I don't know. So
Yes, obviously.
Obviously not. Yeah. Like I don't even know what happens, right? So I think it's been about 5 minutes. I'll bring on Destiny. All right. Yo.
Hi, what's up, buddy?
What's going on? All right, so let's ask Rosario first. And Rosario, answer honestly. You won't hurt my feelings. Would you go on a second date with me?
Yes, I
You
would.
would? Oh, okay.
So there we go, basically, yeah. So I think during that day, from that whole panel, I was the only guy that she said she would go on a second date with. Now, of course, I have a huge advantage, and that's the fact that I'm a dating coach. I do this all day, every day, but that's not besides the point. I want to show you guys what actually like good flirting looks like, right? Like this is what I do when I'm on a date with a girl, right? I just do this, but it takes a little bit longer. The only thing that's different is when I'm on a date with a girl, I will also physically escalate, right? So, for example, when I say, oh, I would never kiss a girl, I don't even know what it's like, right? Maybe I'll touch her hand, and I'll be like, oh, I've never even held hands with a girl, right? This is so weird for me. I've never touched a girl's leg, right? So I'll do stuff like that. Obviously, there's a physicality component. I'll hold like really strong eye contact, right? But in terms of the verbals, that's basically what I'm doing is like, again, like I'm asking the girl interesting questions. They're not like typical boring interview questions. I kind of riff off what she says. I tease the girl a lot. I have fun with her. I do some push and pull, right? Where maybe I tease her, make fun of her a little bit in a playful way, but then I give her a compliment and like say something like that, and I'm just slowly, verbally, and in every other way moving things forward, right? And again, I'm trying to be subtle at first. I'm using innuendos. I'm not just being super directly sexual. I'm just doing it in a very subtle way, and that's just going to depend on whether I think the girl's conservative or just like a lot more open to discussing sex, the rate at which I go. But again, my goal is to always just move things in a more sexual direction. So if me and this girl were out, after about 40 minutes, right, the conversation would be a lot more sexual than it is. But again, it's important to do it in a very subtle, deliberate kind of like, progressive way. You don't want to go from 0 to 20. But the biggest thing with flirting is, again, just having some fun with a girl. not taking yourself too seriously, having that fun, lighthearted vibe, that vibe of a guy who just doesn't give a shit. He's having fun. He knows he can get the girl, and he knows what's up, and he doesn't feel the need to prove himself. He's just having fun. He's teasing the girl. He's having a good time. That's the vibe that girls really gravitate towards. All right, hopefully you guys found this video valuable. Show us some love if you're enjoying this kind of content by smashing the like button, hitting subscribe, clicking the bell for notification. Let us know in the comments what you thought about this video. Appreciate y'all. Until next time.